These notes are no mere diary. These are the visions of Karsus himself, designs for the crown he hoped to forge, and the new form of magic he planned to create with it. It seems Raphael was telling you the truth. The crown you saw atop the Elder Brain is indeed of Karsus's making. Reunite the crown with the Dead Three's netherstones and Karsus's design might yet be completed. You could wield the power of a god. Between you and the crown, there's the small matter of the Elder Brain to contend with. For now, whatever designs of your own with regards to the crown will have to wait. But not for long. It will be in your hands soon enough, and you have quite the decision to make.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Stormshore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to, but I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of... How can I help?
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
There she stands. Mistra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
Strange. Do you feel that? It's as though the weave itself is rushing past us.
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
It's a summoning channel. The kind Mistra once used to call me to her side. I only have to reach for it, and it will take me to her side.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Perhaps. I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again. I don't know. It's been so long since I dared to imagine an end to the orb's hunger. But I start thinking about it, hadn't I? Imagine being able to picture one's life ending in something other than a cataclysmic explosion. What a treat. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
I'm ready. My faith protects me.
I've got a long road ahead.
Welcome back, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child.
News of your good deeds has traveled fast. The merchant is all too happy to extend a certain generosity towards you, where the price of goods is concerned.
Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield.
Ansur is sleeping under Worm's Rock Prison. But what's this of a true hero's spark?
All animals must be surrendered. Failure to do so will...
Result in a good hiding from Lord Swordmash. Gotta thank you.
This is out and out madness! Help us. What did we do?
Stay crouched forever.
secrecy above all.
Does this count as adventuring? Just want a little look.
I'm just waiting. Let's go. Just like old times. Have a little bite.
I can't afford to fail.
Let's have some fun. Nice and easy.
Keeping my head down. Wonder if the gods are watching me. Oh, let's get this over with. It shall be done.
The mission has to come first. No time to dally.
Shall we? Neither seen nor heard.
What's next, I wonder? Onward.
Knees are starting to ache. That way. Out of sight, out of mind. Breathe deep and move. don't mind if I do.
What is it? Stay low. Devious.
What comes now? Need to tread softly.
Tolerable. Right away.
What's the plan?
I can be subtle sometimes. Time to press ahead.
I was trying to concentrate. They won't see me coming.
Can't afford to stay idle. Let's step softly.
Taking my time in the shadows. Don't waste a step. What do we have here?
You're too late. It's over. You don't get it. We lost. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I will soon be hanged on the city gallows to a chorus of cheers.
When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry.
I would love to see that thing in action.
Let's get this over with.
Can't afford any mistakes. I see a way.
I'm a wizard, not a cat burglar. Time to kill. The element of surprise. Surprised you spotted me. Step by step. I should have worn better boots. Never wanted the easy path. Time for a little death.
I'm ready.
Let's not get caught off guard. What path lies before me? Move.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out. When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. Most would have let me burn. I won't forget it. I will travel to the upper city, find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
I can't waste any more time.
My faith protects me.
Charmed, I'm sure.
small for me.
Bit of caution never hurt. Oh, my hand slipped. Best think ahead or I'm lost. Let's see what you're hiding. Baldur and his winged ally admiring the fruits of their labor. The city itself. Is that Baldur with a bronze dragon? Must have been quite an adventure. Baldur sails away and leaves the dragon to watch over his city. Do the histories make mention of this?
The statue before you bears a familiar likeness. It is Baldur, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand worm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
Poetic nonsense. There is no worm and no savior.
Ancient Ansur, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
Two centuries walking the streets, and I never knew this was under them. What other wonders have I missed?
Bit of caution never hurt. paintings hung on the wall, almost like an art gallery.
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
The induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it, tally marks totaling the number 9. The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact.
Cloak and dagger, my favorite.
The theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more. The chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance. The judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby. The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him.
Judge was banished, but judgment must still be passed. What a day. A good leader has the insight to find good counsel. As a war reaches its end, there is one who doesn't advise for the city's prosperity. Find him and strike him down.
Damn it! Get down here! Damn it! Get down here! Damn it! Get down here! Damn it! Get down here!
You have my attention.
Careful, I might.
In your ignorance, you have chosen poor counsel. Unacceptable.